Welcome back from Militant Northside LDN. And today we got Spursy 0, Monaco 0, and we're joined by Tony Claude and Deji, aka Mr. Mike Club, after an L against Aston Villa. And now a draw today. And let's start off with you, Dej, because it's your club. I mean, you know what I mean? What are you saying, man? What are you saying?
Big up, familiar. I need to expose Northside and his bedroom, Robin, in Tony Claude, because these two fraudsters have been lighting up my WhatsApp and inviting me. All of a sudden, it's all convenient. I ain't spoken to you for about 2-3 weeks, but so all of a sudden, you win 4-0 and you shake your bum and you start inviting me on shows. But yeah, look, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna keep it real. This is. Can I just be real? I need to provide some context. I am not here for entertainment purposes. I need to just drop that bar. I'm not here for entertainment purposes. I am a brother that loves this club and wants my club to compete with the very best in football. Bro, Thomas Frank needs to get out of my club, and he needs to get out of my club fast. He's a pussy club. Man, they're moving. My club is playing side-to-side football like they're cameo from Candy. It's like Candy. You can see it when I walk, looking over. Shut your mouth. It's rubbish. Now, for me, I thought when you bring in a manager, that you believe can win the league. Whether you win the league or not, don't matter. You bring in a manager that can win in a trophy. Whether you win or not, don't matter. You need to have those high standards. Legitly, Northside, Tony, you lot asked me if I was happy with Frank. I said no. Then I was quite happy stinking out the place. No, I have to remind you. Then I was quite happy stinking out the place. Yes, granted, it was shameless. I know it was shameless. But we were stinking out the place and we were winning. What I'm not prepared to put up with is stinky, dusty football where we're not having shots on goal and we look clueless. And right now, I'm looking at a Tottenham team that can finish 8th or 9th this season under Frank. If we're going to be finishing 8th or 9th under Frank, let's dead it. Let's dead it now. Dead it. Cut the brother. Sack him, get Iriola Glasner in now because I can't stand the level of dust. Tottenham played Monaco's under-21s today. Straight up man them. You get me? South Londoner, East Londoner, bear them. And their keeper didn't have to make one save. Because we could have lost 5-0 today if these brothers were half decent. When I watched Tottenham play Aston Villa, who literally had 2 shots on goal and we lost. I went to watch Wolves and I'm seeing Tottenham fans shake their bum. It was dirty. You know what I mean? I had to cover my son's face. The amount of bum shaking when we got that Polina equalizer.
Northside, are you hearing this?
I was the one who sat there in silence. I was exercising my right to remain silent like I was being stopped and searched. You know, like that, like I was being stopped and searched. I stayed still because it was that rubbish. Right now, I am not happy with my club. I can't lie to you. I'm not happy with my club. I can't rep my club. You know what I'm saying? It's crap. We don't look like scoring. He's doing rotation in the location. I don't understand. I think we had about 7 man in midfield. What the hell is going on? Why can't Pape Sarr get a start? Archie Gray, but it's rubbish, man. And then I've got Arsenal fans shaking their bum. I'm done already.
Tony, take it away. Take it away.
Bro, let me laugh. No, not that. You take it away, bro. Let me just laugh in peace, bro.
Deji, may I remind you, because me and Tony today, I'm not gonna let you get away with it. Because you were saying everything's fixed now. We got Frank, watch the defense now. you're gonna win something this season because I asked you, what's your club gonna do this season? We're getting top 4 in the trophy. I don't know which trophy, but we're gonna get a trophy. That's what you told me and Tony. That's what you told us. And we said, Tony asked you. Tony said, Deji, look at your squad. Our squad is as good as your squad. Look at the way we're playing. Look at the points we're getting. And now look at you. Now look at you, bro. You were dropping points. Didn't you drop points to Bodo Glimt? You were 2-0 down at halftime to Brighton. And now we're looking at you, Monaco. If it wasn't for Vicario, a keeper that you won out, you would have lost this game.
I'm actually finding your chest pumped very disconcerting right now, bro. I don't know how to take this.
Don't go
Yeah,
on
people.
I'm fully rattled. I can't even lie.
Don't go on like you weren't back in this process, bro. Because you've been back in it. You've been back in the squad. You've been back in the manager. You've been.
But can I just before Tony comes in? Can I just say something, bro?
Yeah.
The issue with Tottenham right now is not really the squad. Someone asked me this question a moment ago. Look, the squad is bummy, but you got to think under this same squad is no different than last season. People are telling me, but there's Brennan Johnson. Yeah, Brennan Johnson was our top goal scorer last season, bro. He scored 16, 17 goals. We were scoring goals for fun last season under Ange. All I needed was, with the goal scoring, can you back this thing up? Pause. Yeah. with dropping the defensive line and being a bit more structured. That's all I asked for. What I'm getting is confusion in the location. Because I don't know if Xavi Simons is a 10 or is Xavi Simons playing left or is Xavi Simons on the bench. Why are we starting Archie Gray? Why are we starting Bergvall? And the one thing, this brother, Aston Villa is better than Monaco, yeah? And we are starting one of the dustiest strikers I've ever seen in my life. And I know I'm going to meet my man in Wood Green and I'm going to walk past him. Matthias Tell. Dusty. We're starting him and Odebear and we're wondering why we can't score past Villa. Because these two men are crap. There are enough players in that Tottenham squad to get a win if he finds the right formation. But he's just doing an idiotness. Do you get what I'm saying? And that's what's pissing me off. I'm not saying Tottenham's going to win the league with the players that we got. But we should be doing a lot better than this. We should be beating Monaco. And we should have beaten Wolves. And we should have beaten Villa on the weekend. And because we haven't done that, someone has to blame. People are telling me, nah, they're just not the manager, it's the players. I'm like, no, shut your mouth, it's the managers.
Oh, God. Not side. People, just because we wanted to capture everything, yeah? We wanted to capture everything they just for. So, we skipped the introduction, yeah? I mean, but, I'll bring that back, people, yeah? See, I am the winner. I am the winner. What is that song that Deji always? Bitch, don't kill my vibe. Bitch, don't kill my vibe. Honest, said he didn't wanna fly. Don't kill my vibe. Don't kill my shut your mouth. What are you talking about, Deji? I am the winner. See, people, I sat down here with my brother. See, people, yeah, shout out to brother Northside. I mean, this brother, yeah, people, we just have to give it to him. No matter what happens, he gives us a voice down here, and I do respect him. Me, brother Northside, we're here, we sat down together with Deji Spurs, and man was running his mouth. People, he couldn't stop talking about Thomas Frank. Well, people, I mean, when you look at Deji Spurs sitting down there, yeah, a dejected man right now, in footballing wise, it's happy outside football. But I mean, footballing wise, yeah, you can see him, cutting a very, very angry figure. People can notice something is missing from his props today. Yeah, people, the domination, location, and and written on his shirt. No, what I mean, man is not wearing it. Yeah, man is not wearing it today. What about the cap, the signature cap? Yeah. The snapback hat, it's no more there. I mean, yeah, this is how Tottenham Hotspurs, yeah, literally, yeah, get their fans, yeah, smoked up every season. Yeah, you had what you had with Ange last season. Yeah, it's different now. You got a new manager. I mean, you have to soak up. I mean, soak everything up. Soak everything up. I mean, just soak everything up. Yeah. I mean, looking at this Monaco game, yeah, Deji Spurs, man, it was underwhelming, man. I mean, your team is dusty. Yeah. I mean, Monaco was there, yeah, for the taking. They're not really doing quite well in the French League on. They look drab. I mean, it's a drab Monaco team. And that team would have gotten at least up to 4 goals ahead of you guys in this matchup. I mean, it was dusty. I mean, we can say anything about this Tottenham team, but one thing you did have today was, you came out there, without a loss. That's the thing, without a loss. Do I think you will qualify for the next stage? I mean, when you're playing like this, yeah, when you can't even get past Monaco, bro, what are your chances? I mean, a turnaround needs to happen, bro, because Thomas Frank is looking dusty. The goals have dried up. Attacking wise, is bereft of ideas. Yeah, I mean, you can say he's got some certain kind of players out. Madison isn't there. Solanke, I mean, just getting back to full fitness. But I mean, all those are excuses right now, Deji. They're excuses. You have to give us something to run with. How about that? Give us something to run with. And when people like me and Northside are telling you that your team is dusty, this is what we mean. Because we do know that at the end of the season, by last season, yeah, when you got lucky, because I mean, there's a downturn in European football. I mean, we can share that. We're so brothers in that. We'll get into Arsenal and all of that later on, yeah. But I mean, we've come into this understanding, yeah, that these European teams are shit. So why can't you smack up Monaco, bro?
That's right.
That's
a
1-0 win.
That's right. Because he's always telling us how shit, yeah.
European teams are.
Can you now before we move forward, you lot need to start giving me props. I need my props tonight on this show. The first prop that you need to give me, Northside and Tony, moving like Beavis and Butthead, both of you, is the first prop is I told you Europe was dusty. No,
no,
I didn't tell you. I told you Europe was dusty.
Buy me,
no.
bro.
I told you Europe was dusty and that the only respectable team was Bayern Munich, Inter Milan, Barcelona, Real Madrid, PSG. I said everyone else is crap. Tony,
he said so. Yeah. I would admit that. He said that. Yeah, they just have been consistent.
PSV would slap you.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I also said the Prem is better than La Liga, is it not?
Based on what?
Bro, me, you, and Lee Gunner had a cooking session based on that. And based on the fact that you slapped off Atletico Madrid 4-0, I weren't surprised.
Yeah, but they would slap you 4-0 right now.
No, they won't.
Yes, they would. Alvarez up against Danzo.
I reckon
Danzo's the third best defender in the Premier League. Why can't you boy Danzo today? You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about now?
I reckon Tottenham draw.
Wait, your boy Danzo. Look at the way he was defending today. The third best defender in the league, yeah?
Danzo's a madman. Don't cuss my guy, bro.
Danzo today.
Bro, can you also apologize to me? Because live on this show, beginning of the season, I was telling you about Liverpool, is it not? And that slot was on Fraud Watch, is it not? I did tell you this, even after they had won 3 or 4 games.
You did say that, but you got bigger problems. You got bigger problems.
So I know my ball. So let me give you, because I can see how you, man, are moving tonight. Like Beavis and Butthead. So don't worry. I got you two. Don't worry. I warned you, man, before, and I warn you, man, again. Don't get all giddy because things are looking up for your club. Things have always been looking up for your club round about this stage. This is the classic case of the tortoise and the hare. And you know who you are? You're the rabbit. Yeah? You're the rabbit. Yeah? Calm yourself down. Yeah? Because at the end of the day, we know how this story goes. Yeah? You lot will start strong. You be running like we're winning. We're top of the Champions League. We're top of the Prem. We're the best team in Europe. And then, as you're running, because you've got no shoes on, you step on an acorn. Oh, yeah. And then you start hopping. Hop out, and then you get caught. Yeah? So calm yourself down. Tranquilo. Yeah? Tranquilo.
Well, hold on, Dej. I know you're doing your diversion tactic, talking about the rest of Europe, talking about Liverpool. You got bigger problems, bro. You got slapped up by Good Evening. Yeah, we didn't see you. You weren't active. You know what I'm saying? You weren't active that night. Oh, no, then you had to go sleep. Then you had to go sleep that day. You know what I'm saying? Early bedtime. Yeah, I see you diverting though. Since you want to talk about Arsenal, let's talk about Arsenal. What's your thoughts about Arsenal, bro?
Bro, look. At the end of the day, Arsenal is doing what they does. Do you get what I'm saying? At the end of the day, you've been at this project for about 7 years. So if you're not doing what you're doing right now, we would all be scratching our head. Now, the truth of the matter is, and I know, and no doubt you would agree, the real question is, has Arsenal turned a corner? Is Arsenal legit? The answer is no. This is what you do. You flatter to deceive. This is why we call you the Spicy Spurs, Scotch Bonnet FC, Red Hot Chili Peppers. Because you look hot, you're spicy, and we're like, ooh, could it be? Is it your time? And then you do what you does. You get me? Because you got me moving grammatically incorrect. You do what you does. You know what I'm saying? And you do nothing, bro. So at the moment, you started strong. Atletico Madrid is a bummy team. We know they've been bummy. I don't rate any team in La Liga unless they're Real Madrid, Barcelona. You already know my stance on it. Yeah? Whether you agree or not. So am I going to shake my bum for Arsenal beating Atletico? Of course not. Then let's be real, because I feel like a lot of people have been disingenuous, but I expect you and Tony, the representatives tonight, to be legit. You weren't great against Fulham, were you? That could have easily have been a draw. People are chatting like you beat Fulham 7-0. No, you didn't. It was 1-0. Yeah? Fortunate at that. Yeah, so hold that, bro. Yes, you're currently top of the league. Currently. But your time will come. Tottenham is going through a blip. Liverpool's going through a blip. City's gone through their blip. And we know you're going to go through yours.
Can I just say that? Can I just remind you? Yeah, you have been the person that when you drew against Bodo Glimt, you said it feels like a win. When you drew against Brighton, you said it feels like a win. Yeah, you did. I said you drew against Bodo Glimt.
You did. You don't argue that. You did.
It felt like a win. Yeah, yeah, scratching your face.
You did.
Because you said that. Now all of a sudden, yeah, you want to be going at Arsenal for wins, going at Liverpool for wins. They won tonight. They won their game tonight. That's why I said you got bigger fish to fry. You're talking about everybody else. This has been the project that you've been shaking your bum for. You drew against Wolves, bro. And you told us, well, we're still picking up points. Isn't that a sign of a good team? Even though we're not playing well, we're picking up points. You're drawing.
Yeah, we're picking up points. We picked up
and again, don't I'm not side yet. Don't forget that they got smacked up by Aston Villa. It was a home game.
No.
Don't forget that. That they got smacked up by Aston Villa at home. That was a home game. You were in London. I mean, come see, Deji Sports. I'm tired of this shit, yeah. I mean, don't do this. That was a home game. When you came to my channel, when we had our legendary show, down there on my channel, you told me that you were gonna, that game was already on lockdown already. You told me that you were gonna smack up the hell out of Unai Emery, out of your stadium. Bro, you stank up the place. I mean, Deji Sports, just cut it, Deji Sports. Just got it. You lost. Just accept it. You lost.
Like crap.
Deji, you lost. You lost.
Did you watch the game? Did you watch the game?
Bro, I watched some snippets, bro. Okay. Come on, man. Right. Come on, bro. There were other games to watch.
Based on the snippets, who was the better team?
Oh my days. Deji Sports, are you serious, bro? You lost the game. Of course, the better team is gonna be the team that won. Deji, you know what? Yeah, not side. I think he's actually smoking Bushi Banter on an empty stomach. I mean, he actually accuses every other person of actually smoking skunk in an empty stomach. But Prof is actually delusional right now. I mean, you actually, bro. I mean, there's no difference between you right now and the so-called Top Goonies. Come on, bro. I mean, this is Top Goonery right here, live that we're watching. Deji, what are you doing? Come on, man. You got smacked up by Aston Villa. You got beat by Wolves. You couldn't beat Wolves. Deji Spurs. You are very, very lucky.
That pussy Vicario was the reason why they won.
You are very lucky that Thomas Frank, Deji Spurs, you're very, very lucky that Thomas Frank is a very, very respected defensive coach.
Nah, he's a pussy
I think you would have been worse off by now. I get you. It's stanky football. But you would have been in a worse, in the worst place right now if Thomas Frank isn't a well-respected defensive manager in the league. I mean, because last season, I've told you, you've conceded 67 goals, yeah? Now you can't score goals. If maybe you were still leaking goals this season, bro, you wouldn't even be in the position you are in the league to start.
Can I say something? This conversation tonight is why I want Frank out. Under no circumstance should you two bozos be able to talk to me the way that you're talking to me. And the fact that you're able to talk to me this way is because Thomas Frank ain't doing a good job. If this was Iriola or Glasner, Tottenham would be top of the league right now. 100%. 100%. I don't know what this clown is doing. Literally, like, Arteta, for me, is pretty much putting out Arsenal's strongest lineup week in, game after game, time after time. He's not tinkering the way we are tinkering with our squad, and our squad isn't quite as strong as your squad.
Even Nutside is tired of your stuff, bro. I mean, look at Nutside. Nutside is.
I'm just seeing Deji scratching his head, yeah, because bro, this guy's been back in the process, bro. This guy's been back in this manager, Thomas Frank. I remember we had a whole thing how it's all going to be different because it's Thomas Frank. And I told him, but really, and the chest that you showed because you won the Europa League, and I was like, you're going to be reminded why you're Spurs. At the end of the day, you got Tell up front. That's embarrassing, bro. You know what I mean? Javi Simmons. I remember you told me he's better. Maybe Tottenham's got the better player. He's better than Eze. That's what you told me.
He's better than Odegaard. He's better than all our players. I mean,
better than all our players. You know what I'm saying? You got Odegaard there. Do you know what I mean? Paulinho, where's he been? Do you know what I mean? Where's he closing down the flipping shots against Aston Villa? Where were no closing down? Your defense looking spooky, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying that for all the chest that you've been showing about talking crazy about Liverpool, talking about us, you got bigger fish to fry, bro. You got bigger fish to fry. Balogun should have had a brace today. Balogun should have had a brace. That's the truth, bro.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? The number 11 as well should have had a goal, bro.
Balogun, all them man, they're not good enough. They were moving bummy today. We were fortunate to come out with a draw. I'm not going.
What about your boy Bergvall? Because I know you rate that. Where was he today? Where was the creativity today? What did you man really do?
He's a pussy cat, Bergvall.
Deji, there's one person.
I don't know how he starts ahead of Papsar. I don't understand it. I will never get it. And Peter saying, sorry, Dej, 3 points ain't for everyone. Bro, I just hope you
big ups, Peter, a real one.
I hope you've got the same energy and the same access to Euros when you man go through your mud. Because I will be on Northside's channel daily. Yeah. Daily updates, you get me? Whether it's for, I might even do a little breakfast show for you, man. Don't worry, you and Tony. I will do a little breakfast show for you, man, on your channel. Yeah, because you Arsenal fans, yeah, you man are moving like goldfish, like we ain't seen this before. Yeah, stop getting excited, getting all giddy in your underwear, bashing away at the keyboard.
Why do you always divert to us when we're talking about you? It's just a diversion tactic.
Oh, the reason why I have to put you man in your place is because you man are showing a lot of energy, expelling a lot of energy right now because things are looking up for you.
Bro, we're just talking about your club, bro. You keep telling us to put some respect on your club. And I don't know when you're talking about putting people in their place. Why didn't you put Aston Villa in their place? Why didn't you put Monaco?
Because we had Vicario in goal.
Bro, Vicario saved
and
you.
He's crap.
Yeah, exactly. That was exactly what I wanted to say before when you guys were holding me up. Deji Sports, Deji, I was waiting for you. I was waiting for you to just tell me that today we got saved by that big great wall of Vicario. You have to give Vicario the props today, man. Without that guy today, oh my days, people. No, Deji, you really stank up the place. I'm so happy. I even have to, I even have to give Northside £2. I'm so happy. I am the winner. Deji, I am so happy. You can imagine when a content creator gifts another content creator something. Bro, I am happy. I am the winner. I am the winner. I am the winner. Deji Sports, Deji, no one wants to hear that crap, bro. I kept telling you this stuff, yeah. Deji Sports, you know what, yeah, before we start this Arsenal talk, yeah, while you're out here, yes, stanking up the place in the Premier League and disgracing us in Europe, because me and you have been in that fight. We've been telling Brother Northside, even if he doesn't really believe that, me and you have actually been telling him that these teams in Europe are stanky. But when you go and pull up that kind of performance against Monaco, Brother Northside will be looking at us like, what are these two guys talking about? These guys are yapping shit. When you can actually beat up Monaco, Deji, what are you doing? You have to be beating Monaco, bro. We can't accept that here. You have to be beating Monaco, bro. We're not having it.
You're doing a lot of
You have to beat Monaco, bro. You have to beat Monaco.
Let me tell you what I want, though. Yeah. As much as I want Vicario gone, and I want Keller in January, and I want Thomas Frank out, there's a small percentage of me, very small, that might be that Thomas Frank might be a genius. Let me tell you why. It's an oxymoron. A lot of big teams are dropping points in the Champions League right now. So that top 8, the likelihood is, with the way things are going, you're probably going to end up with a Napoli. You're probably going to end up with an Atletico Madrid. You could end up with a Newcastle. Do you know what I mean? It's not neat. It's not plain sailing. So maybe that aim for top 8 ain't as desperate. Because I can't lie to you, bro. I was literally on Asmatic's channel, Spurs King TV, and I'm saying I don't understand what Tottenham is doing. Are we going for the Prem or are we going for the Champions League? Because right now it looks like we ain't going for either one. With the way that we're setting up, with the way that our tactics are, it doesn't make sense. We're just being there. But is it that we're holding back because we know, like Napoli, bro? Napoli's gonna be playing one of the top 8. I don't want to play Napoli. I don't want to play the Italian champions. Do you? Do you get what I'm saying? So maybe there might be a little genius move there. But regardless of that, Thomas Frank is stinking at the place. And the maddest thing is, bro, it ain't even just me. There is a consensus in the Spurs fan base that they've had enough already. We've had enough already, bro, because we know where this is going. I'm not here to be finishing 8th or 9th. That's not good for nobody. It's not good for you. It's not good for me. I need Tottenham fans having chest for the North London derby. Right now, I can't guarantee beating Everton on Sunday, and that's unheard of. If we don't slap up Everton, I might just you
can't even guarantee a win against Copenhagen, bro. And you're talking about you don't want to face Napoli, but I thought you don't respect the rest of Europe. You know, Karabag is above you right now in the Champions League. Your team's looking like a joke. I can't even lie, bro. You man are looking like jokesters. You can't guarantee a win nowhere, bro.
The 15th in the Champions League.
Newcastle, Chelsea.
The 15th in the Champions League. And they just pause, yeah. This is even the bigger problem, yeah, because there's some holes in some stuff that you said, yeah. Let me get to the first one. Yeah, you were saying you don't know if your team is going to concentrate on the Champions League or the Premiership. But again, that wasn't the same chest you were coming with at the start of the season. You just brought in a new manager here. I was thinking that, okay, good. Spurs somehow fluke their way into the Champions League. What do? You need to have a big squad. a big squad with quality players in them. DG, not side. Spurs didn't go haywire into the market and purge the market to bring in enough quality in depth to actually help that team fight on all fronts. Deji, you're actually talking about the Champions League. Come, you're still in the Carabao Cup as we speak. You're going to be playing the FA Cup. Of course, you're still in that dogfight, in the Premiership, and you're still playing in the Champions League. Now you don't have that. Most of your players are injured. Yeah, like Madison, definitely out of contention. Kulusevski is actually struggling. Solanke is out. Richarlison can't score goals. I mean, they just suppose you don't have the squad to actually fight on all fronts, and injuries are still coming. I was really, really expecting you guys should just go AY since you were going for the Champions League in the market, but I mean, you guys didn't do that. You brought in this guy that you said is better than Odegaard, that you said is better than Zubimendi and all my midfielders put together. But man is thinking of the place since he came down.
He just needs to go to the gym.
He said he was better than Frank Brett. But bro, the man has come there and stank up the place. Yeah, so Lanke is not fit. So I mean, they just pause. Right now, I think you just better pick which one serves you better. Do you want to kind of like finish in the top four? Prioritize that one. This Spurs team can't play on all fronts. You have to come. I mean, that has to be a reality right now. You can't fight on all fronts. You can't play Carabao Cup. You can't play the FA Cup, and at the same time, make sure that you're in the Champions League doing a madness. You can't do all these things. You don't have a big squad like Arsenal. Arsenal have a big squad. Arsenal have quality in depth. Look at my bench. They Spurs. I mean, Deji, yeah. I mean, see, let's throw this Tottenham Hotspur thing aside and talk about Arsenal and what we're doing right now. We have a big squad, yeah, people.
What are you
we
doing,
have a big squad. We have squad depth. Look at my bench, people.
What are you doing,
Just
though?
take a look at my bench, people. I am the winner. You know what? Yeah,
play down?
What are you talking about?
What are you doing?
See, bro, I just disgraced European royalty yesterday in Diego Simeone. I potentially just disgraced the man out of the N5. What are you talking about, Deji Sports? I'm king around here. And you know what, people, yeah? I'm on Northside's channel.
Can I be real?
But I will give you guys the exclusive. I will give you guys the exclusive, people. You know what? But Northside has not sanctioned this. I'm saying this on my own, yeah, people, yeah. And I'm not doing this for clickbait or to hype up the channel or anything, or to do anything, with the stream numbers. But people, yeah, this is what I would say to you today. Yeah, Arsenal might be on the verge of actually going for a treble this season. Not side. Click this. That's an exclusive. Arsenal might actually be on the verge of going through a treble season this season, people. Said it. I'm putting my neck on the line. I believe in the team, not in the manager, but really in the team. We have individual players that can actually bail us out, and they're showing it. We're smacking up these teams, yeah, like Atletico Madrid. See, people, yeah. Diego Simeone came down to the N5 and was disgraced out. See, people, I am ready for all the smoke, yeah. And they suppose you and me really do share these thoughts about European teams. I do think, Deji, me and you have shared perspective that these teams in Europe are clowns. We know this. Me and you have said it. We know it. These European teams are clowns. See, people, I'm even afraid of what Crystal Palace is going to do to me in the weekend than really was I afraid of Atletico Madrid. All these teams in Europe, this season, yeah, these teams in Europe are going to hear it. They are going to smell the rod when I come in. Because, see, I'm not afraid of Bayern Munich, bring them on. I'm not afraid of PSG, bring them on. I'm ready to play all these teams. You know why they dispose? I have weapons of mass destruction in my team. Eze is down there. Gyökeres has found his goal-scoring boots. Yeah, people. Martinelli is now back into contention. Me and Brother Northside cannot see Martinelli eye to eye, but even Brother Northside right now would actually say, you know what? Yeah, Tony, Martinelli is, in the past 3 games, is not side. You have to do your spin on this, bro, man. I mean, we can't deny that he's not scoring goals. I mean, he's having a new lease of life in the football club right now, people. Don't let me talk about my defense, people. Do not allow me go to my defense. Deji, that's why when I say I am the winner, I know what I'm talking about. Deji Spurs, brother, not side. Arsenal, I'll give you perspective now. Arsenal's start to the season, yeah? This is Arsenal's best defensive start to the season since this football club was ever established. People, I would allow you to think about that. Just dream about it. Don't even talk to me. Just think about it, as in opine that. Just think, dream, imagine about that. Arsenal's start of the season defensively is the best since the inception of my club.
Oh, bite.
I'll leave it out for you, bro.
Go on, Dej. What do you make of that? Arsenal to do the treble from Tony.
So somebody sent, I think someone sent me either an email or it was in the chat, and someone suggested that the Venus strain of the Budgie Banton might be one of the most potent that's out there. And so, given that Tony resides in Helsinki, I'm pretty sure he's on the Venus strain of the Budgie, and it's got to his head. Now, the thing that I wanted to say is that Arsenal beat PSG in the group stages last year. Yet PSG won the Champions League. We're not sure Arsenal can even win the Prem, and you're talking treble. We're not sure Arsenal can even win the Champions League, and you're talking treble. What you can be though is a treble in failure, yeah, a treble in finishing second. Because guess what? Should Arsenal finish second this season, is that 3 seasons in a row, or have you already done three seconds in a row?
Already done 3.
You've done 3 already. So this season could be the 4P. Yeah. So this season could be the 4P. Is that what we're looking for, mate? If you not do the 4P, yeah, and getting a second for the 4th time in a row, you guys will be officially the most idiot team I've ever seen in my life. Because at some stage when you're finishing second, you gotta win. And the Carabao Cup ain't no win. I'm not hearing Dan Potts chatting rubbish, saying a Carabao would suffice. He's chatting crap. Lee Gunner chatting rubbish. A Carabao Cup would suffice. Chatting rubbish. Liars. Do you get me? Not good enough. However, I'm going to fall back today because you know what? Right now, Thomas Frank hasn't given me any leg to stand on to cook you, brother. So I'm going to have to take it on the chin. Listen to the waffle that's coming out of Tony's mouth. Listen to the waffle that's coming out of Northside's mouth. And all I'm going to say to you, man, is don't drop the salt.
Listen, I'm not co-signing what Tony said, apart from at the moment the team is looking decent. I think that the Atleti performance was the best performance we've seen so far this season. But like I said, I need to see consistency. I need to see this team playing well, because I didn't think
that weren't athletic, you know. Sorry to cut you. That weren't the Atletico Madrid of yesterday.
Oh,
they were funny, bro.
Nah, but you know what it is though. You can only beat what's in front of you, yeah. And at the end of the day, it was definitely a test that we needed to pass, and we did beat them. Like I said, I want to see the right lineup consistently. I want to see us playing attacking football consistently. We haven't played attacking football consistently this season. The way we set up against Atleti wasn't the way we set up against Liverpool or Man City, and we dropped points there. So there have been games as well, West Ham, Fulham, that it wasn't an amazing performance either. So when we're looking at performances or the way that we set up to beat these bigger teams, we haven't been consistent this season. Obviously, for me, listen, I can praise the manager. per game, but overall he'll be judged at the end of the season. For me, nothing will suffice unless we win a major honor this season. I don't really care. Listen, I like these games, but at the end of the day, if it doesn't amount to a major honor, then it's really irrelevant. You know what I mean? I am skeptical about this manager because we've been in this situation before. I remember last season we beat Real Madrid and Tony was like, yo, no, if you didn't believe, you didn't believe. And then what did we win? Do you know what I'm saying? Big up to Jolien in the chat. You know what I mean? What did we win? So I think it'll be smart to just be happy with the results we've got lately, but then also be a bit, let's just wait. Let's just wait because we've been 8 points clear and not won the league. We've been coming second how many seasons in a row? Do you know what I mean? So there's been a reason for that. I'm happy that Eze actually performed well because I didn't think he was that great against Fulham. I'm happy that Gyökeres has got 2 goals. I want these players to have confidence. They've just come into the club and they need confidence, and they've been performing lately. Well, and Gyökeres getting the goals when he was getting every press interviews, getting asked about scoring goals and stuff like that. So there's been improvements. Declan Rice, you can see how good he is in set pieces. The way he takes our set pieces, excellent. Can't take anything away from him. Gabriel's always a threat. Martinelli looks like he's actually trying to fight for his position because he's been rubbish for a couple of seasons now. He looks like he's stepping up. Even when he's been brought on as a sub, he's been making the impact. So long may it continue. Do you know what I mean? Saka slowly getting back to his best, slowly. And that's what I want to see. Do you know what I mean? That's what I want to see from the team. Lewis Skelly did really, really well to get the assist for Martinelli. So there's a lot of things that are working good, but there's other things that we need some more consistency. Ethan getting some minutes the other day as well. But I'm not going to go out there and start saying anything like we're going to do the treble or anything else like that, because this talk about our defense, we've been talking about our defense for the last couple of seasons. This ain't nothing new. We've been having a good defense. That's not the problem. The problem's been the midfield and the attack and the lack of fluidity in the attack or putting too much pressure on Saka. We still need to get Gyökeres firing on all cylinders. I'm happy that he got the goal and I'm happy that he's got the confidence. We move. But the midfield as well hasn't been amazing this season. We're now starting to get some momentum. Zubimendi hasn't been amazing all season. Let's see if he can kick on. I haven't given up on the player, but let's see if he can kick on. Eze, is he going to consistently play as in the 10? Obviously, Odegaard's out at the moment. When Odegaard comes back, is Eze going to continue to play in the 10 or are we going to move him to the left? I think he's more effective in the 10. So there's still a lot of things that we need to see with time. I think it's way too early to start saying that, start saying that we're going to do the treble. Obviously, like Deji said, he did say that Slot is on fraud watch. I will give him that props. He said that from early, that Slot's on fraud watch. And at the moment, as it currently stands, that is true. Obviously, he won 5-1 today against Eintracht Frankfurt. But back to the Prem, he needs to be picking up the points. We need to capitalize on that because last season when Liverpool were dropping points, we didn't capitalize. This weekend, we did capitalize and we need to continue. So that's all I got to say on it, bro. I'm not going to come out here and start waxing lyricals. Way too early, bro. Way too early for me to wax lyrical. But we have a situation that we can capitalize on. Let's see if we do. But Spurs, for all the chat that you were given, right now you can't be chatting to anyone, did you? You were talking.
The issue I have, you're right, but the only caveat I will say as to why I was chatting is if Thomas Frank did or started or had continued doing what he was doing, we wouldn't be having this conversation. But the brother is you lot cuss Arteta and say he's a madman. I think Thomas Frank is a bigger madman, bro. Like on what team in the Prem does Matthias Tell start for? Or even in the Championship? He doesn't start for anybody in the Prem, never. And yet, we are starting Tell against Villa. So for me, the issue with Tottenham is less about the players. Yes, we need to improve the players, they're bummy. But it's more about the decisions that he's making. That's odd. No Tottenham fan is surprised at the result today, because we saw the lineup and we all scratched our head. But what we were surprised about was how pathetic that performance was. Now, if we're going to be this pathetic against Monaco, one of the things that is a red herring for me, I'll just say this before I go. The North London derby, man have to show up. Under Mourinho was a pussy clout. He sat back. Under Conte, he was a pussy clout. He sat back. Pochettino went there and said, you know what? Let's go to war. Ange, the first game, he went to war. After that, he was a complete pussy clout. If Thomas Frank goes to the Emirates and he sits back and produces this bummy performance where we're not getting a shot on goal, I can see Tottenham losing 4-5-0. If Tottenham lose 4-5-0 to Arsenal, this brother, if I were him, I would leave. I would quit. Because it's going to be unacceptable and all hell going to break loose. Now, the team I saw today cannot go to the Emirates. Cannot. And for me, that is unacceptable. If a Tottenham team can't go to Arsenal and go toe-to-toe, we don't have to win, but we have to fight. If there's no fight in my team, that manager's gone. And right now, I can't tap to you two with chest to say Tottenham can roll up. However, let me just put it this way. Because the amount of smoke you man have given me this evening, if somehow, some way, Thomas Frank goes to the Emirates and gets a win, I will be shameless and I will accept that win with open arms. I swear down. But the way it's looking, nah. I think I said at one stage today, I kind of would have preferred. I don't prefer Ange, but I do. We play better football, man. Freaking heck, this is rubbish. Like freaking heck, man. I can't stand it. I really can't. I can stand it if we're getting results, but bro, I'm not even asking for wins anymore. You know what I'm asking for? I'm asking for a shot on goal. Oh, that's what I'm asking for, man.
Oh my days.
Yeah, but you can go get Ange, bro. He's been sacked, so you can go get him now if you want him back, bro.
I want Ange, man. I want Glasner.
Man can't even cut it that Nottingham Forest. See, bro, not side.
I want Glasner.
Glasner. That's a fair shout, to be very sincere with you. But again, why would he leave? Why I don't see the sense in leaving a team he won the FA Cup with and the Charity Shield with, and leave that same team and go to Tottenham. I don't see any reason why he would do that anyway. But anyway, I mean, it is what it is. I think it will bid his time and go for a big time football club out there. I don't think he's out here waiting to hear from the minions of Daniel Levy. I don't think so. I think he's looking for a bigger club to go to.
Oh, Iriola, man, I can't. Yeah, man. So for me, the reason why I like to call things early is so that people know I don't go with the tide. I go with what I see. Do you get what I'm saying? And you can tell if I'm legit, because I get criticized. The amount of times I see people in the chat say he hasn't got any ball knowledge, and I really want to say suck yourself. But the truth of the matter is, how many people do you know? The people who say I don't have ball knowledge, you ain't got the kahunas. Yeah, you ain't got the knuckles. Yeah, you ain't got the testicles to make the predictions that I make. Do you get what I'm saying? You just sit there bashing on the keyboard. That's a fact. Do you get what I'm saying? And I'm saying to you, do you get what I'm saying? I'm seeing a manager that is gonna do absolutely nothing. That's what we ain't winning no league with Frank. We ain't winning no cups with Frank. We're just gonna be in the top 10, and that for me ain't good enough. And rather than waste time, get him out now and get us someone that can. That's what I'm saying.
See, people, why did you Spurs is out here whining and moaning about a new manager? Well, as for me, I've paused my rhetoric against Mikel Arteta, and I just want to go into each week positively, thinking that we can win. See, but on not side, I mean, when you went on that rant, yeah, I mean, I hear you, and I think most of what you said is totally, understandable. Uh, but I still have some. I mean, I still need to plug some holes into what you said. Yeah, I mean, see, yeah, I know you're just being politically correct on YouTube. I mean, but we're not. I mean, people. Yeah, have you ever seen anyone clip not side before? People, yes or no in the chat.
Yeah,
Have
we've got
you,
this.
man? Bro, they don't clip this, brother. Bro,
They don't.
me and Deji Sports are one of the most clipped
I'm
players
not.
out here on
I
YouTube.
don't get hit anymore, thank God.
Bro, no one. I mean, people. Yeah, it takes a certain kind of
It's
like
your side that does the clipping. He's
slicky
a
kind of
spy.
politician to move into these YouTube spaces without getting clipped. Nobody, bro, the kind of respect and ovation people have for Notsa, I understand that, his born knowledge is down there. I understand that he's a good YouTuber, it's a dynamic one. I hear that. But no man clips him. Bro, me and Deji Sports will put our neck on the line. That's what we do. We
Hey,
put our
speak
necks
yourself.
on the line out there. None of you men in the charts can actually make these bold predictions that me and Deji actually do. We are real. See, people, I don't want to, talk about real fans or no real fans. There's nothing like that. But this is the thing I'm saying. Me and Deji Sports put our necks out there, giving you guys what you guys want to listen to. And that's a fact. But but we're not side yet. Just look at what we did to Atletico Madrid yesterday. Yeah, I mean, come on, man. Just look at what we did to that Atletico defense. I mean, I'm meant to believe, yeah, that Atletico defense is one of the best in Europe, isn't it? But just look at what we did to them. And again, Mikel Arteta, the way, I mean, I've always criticized that manager, but again, you just have to give him props for what he did yesterday. I mean, just using our fullbacks to just be that extra cushion for Martinelli and Saka when going forward. Just putting that extra bit of pressure on Llorente and Hancock and definitely Gonzalez and Simeone definitely were actually with their own fullbacks, which is Llorente and Hancock. They were always down there because Martinelli was actually looking for those serious one-on-ones, getting in behind Llorente. Same thing with Saka, getting into those one-on-one chances in behind Jimenez, in behind Hancock. And we just kind of like just covered all those spaces. And with the way we use Maslow with Skelly and Timber to just pile more pressure on them, using those 5 attackers since we're playing that 4-3-3, just using that 5 attack base to just plug holes and find bucket spaces. And in this Atletico Madrid team, just finally bamboozled Atletico Madrid. They don't know what hit them. And the truth of the matter is, while we're finding these holes, while we're finding these pocket spaces, I mean, it came a time in the second half where Mikel Arteta and the boys just said, you know what, yeah, how about we use set pieces to just open up the shop, today, and that's what they did. And see, but I'm not sad. It doesn't matter how much,
Big up, Dej. I know you
how
got
much you
Big up,
doubt.
Dej.
Big up, Dage.
Big
It
up,
doesn't
Dej.
matter how much.
Everyone, I just want to say that guy Oregon Guna in the chat, calling all the way from Wisconsin. You just know when Arsenal fall off, make sure you're visible. And big up Doug as well, readers Tottenham fan out there. It's a hot mess for our club. Northside, thank you. Let's do it again Friday. Tony, thank you. Let's do it again Friday. All I'm saying is, man, them tranquilo with the giddiness.
Tranquilo.
Yeah, I have to speak Portuguese. This is a Portuguese channel. Yeah, tranquilo. Yeah.
Big up, Deji.
You know where I'm at. Peace.
Big up, Dej.
Yeah.
Big up, Dej.
Yeah.
And big up Never a Foul as well for the raid and everyone that's joined from Never
Yeah,
a
big
Foul.
ups, Never a Foul too. Yeah, big
Yeah,
ups.
continue.
Big up actually Daps. Daps is absolute real one. That guy helped me on my channel. Was one of those top guys that I could just call on. We don't really kind of like, we're not friends or something, but when I called on to him to help me out on my channel, he came a few times, and that's my respect for daps of never a foul.
Big up, Daps,
Big ups, absolute real one. It's someone you can actually have a conversation when he wants to be real with you, can be real with you. Big up daps, man.
No, big up. Yeah. No, sorry, Tony. You were saying?
Yeah, I was just saying that with the way Mikel Arteta actually used our wing back, our fullbacks to just kind of like just push up and put a little bit more pressure on that Atletico Madrid back four and on their own fullbacks was just simply amazing, you know, because Saka trying to get onto those one-on-one holes that's being created just because Martinelli was running up through that left-hand side. Definitely Saka running through Hanko and Jimenez also, just pulling them apart. Yeah, and you know, our fullbacks too was also that extra cushion that was just there for us. I mean, look at that header from Gabriel Magalhaes, just that Declan Rice cross down to the box, completely just extricated the goalkeeper. Oblak was thinking, "Oh, do I come out to get this ball?" And he's thinking, and he has this double mind of coming out because he's just so confused about Arsenal's positioning in that set piece scenario. You know, and this is what we have for our north side. People are saying we're set piece FC, but we scored through set piece yesterday, and we also scored through open play goals yesterday. We had 2 open play goals yesterday, and by the way, that was Victor Gyökeres. I mean, see, this is one of the things you need to understand, Brian Northside. When you need goals, you need your striker. You need your number 9 in the 18-yard box scoring goals for you. That's what we saw yesterday. Get the ball to Victor Gyökeres in the box. Don't allow him do any of all this holding of center halves, running down the channels, going back to build up. No. We ain't there for all that shit. Situate your number 9 in the box. Get balls to him, pause. Yeah, get true balls down to him, yeah, people. And he'll be there to score the goals. Victor Gyökeres was at the spot where we needed him yesterday. He got the balls and he scored. That's where you want your number 9 to be at. And you know what? Yeah, I think he's going to score more goals for the Arsenal this season. Yeah, he's going to, because this is a new club for him. It's just getting in tune with the whole thing, and when this passes start getting to him and it's situated in the box rather than holding up center half, rather than running through the channels. I mean, but not side. When Man City plays, do you think that Haaland is actually running the channels? Not that he can't do it, he can, it's in his wheelhouse. But you don't see man running through the channel. You don't see man kind of like, of course, he beats up play at times, but that's not his main job. You don't see him going back and building up play. You don't see him doing that. He's the center forward. He gets the balls in the box. You put him on the run and he goes. Yeah. So, I mean, it is what it is. But I'm not sad. We cannot deny, yeah, that Arsenal is looking good. And to be very sincere with you, yeah, we have to be real. If you're beating Atletico Madrid 4-0, there is no excuse going into the Premiership and losing against teams like Brighton, losing against teams like Everton, losing against or dropping points against teams like Aston Villa. So rather than this game, yeah, that we won yesterday, day before yesterday, meaning that we're totally we're in total kind of like superiority. It's not really it. It's actually a pressure pusher because Mikel Arteta now knows that, you know what, yeah, we can be winning against Atletico Madrid and then we're drawing against Crystal Palace. The momentum has to be there. The consistency has to be there. The only thing that would make us not win multiple titles this season is if Mikel Arteta drops the ball. That's the only thing. If it doesn't, if you I mean, Mikel Arteta, your only job is just to field these players in and they'll do the rest. You don't need to do anything. Just field the right players, field the right lineups, and just watch this team do what we intend to do this season. I have no doubts that this team would win at least 2 majors this season, bro. With the way the rest of the teams are moving. Liverpool is moving mad. City, remove Haaland, that becomes a big problem, yeah. I mean, he's played in the World Club Cup. I mean, it's a busy summer. It was a busy summer for him, innit? Then after that, man is playing in internationals. He's scoring goals in the internationals. You have the FA Cup coming up, the Carabao Cup coming up with more intensity. He's also playing and scoring in the Champions League. Man, we get tired. Man will be completely banged out and spacked out in the next 3 or 4 games. And this is what I'm talking about when people are saying, "Oh, there's a big resurgence in Manchester City." No, there's no big resurgence. They just have a striker who happens to be clinical and is very, very strong. Extricate that striker from the whole conversation, and it's all a drab thing. In fact, remove the goals from Erling Haaland, they wouldn't even be in the top 4 this season. That's how bad I
Yeah, but
think
you can't
Man
just remove
City
the
really
player.
looks like.
You
Is
can't
that?
just remove the player. At the end of the day, that's their player and he's scoring goals. You can't just remove him. You know what I mean? And then at the end of the day, they're silently going about their business. Do you know what I mean? They are silently going about their business, and you gotta respect what Man City are doing because they're looking like they're getting the balance right. You know, they're behind us in the league, and if there's a team that knows how to get over the line, that is City. They've made some additions. They got Reinders, they got Cherky. You know what I mean? Bernardo scored the other day for them as well. So I think they're silently going about their business. They won 2-0 against Villarreal. Haaland scored, Bernardo scored. Everton, they won as well. Do you know what I mean? And they're doing their thing. They got Foden there now doing their thing. Doku started the season well. He looks like he's improved as a player. Savio was their highest assister last season. He's going to do their thing. Do you know what I mean? And they're still waiting for Rodri to get back to his top form. So they're silently going about their business. You know, Pep likes to rotate as well. He's got other players that he can use at his disposal, like Marmoush and other players like that. You know, Oscar Bob getting some minutes as well. So they're gonna rotate. You know, Pep likes to rotate. I don't think we can write off Man City. Do you know what I mean? They're silently going about
No,
their business.
I'm not writing them off. I'm just saying that they have a player who's just superior. Remove that player from the equation, and it's regular Man City. That's what I'm saying. So, in
I
other
hear that,
words,
but how many?
what happens if Ireland doesn't play 2, 3 games for Man City, and you know he scored more than half of their goals this season?
Yeah, but at the same time, we got our own stuff as well. We got certain things that are going for us. Obviously, Gyökeres now got 2 goals. He's got a bit of confidence. But at the same time, what happens when Odegaard comes back? What happens with Eze? Because when Odegaard's available, he's been moving Eze around the whole place, and I prefer Eze in the 10. What happens with the left back position? Lewis Skelly was good for the assist, but before the assist, he was getting caught out defensively. He was getting caught out against Atleti, and then Calafiori, he's had a game or 2 where he's got caught out as well on the left-hand side. Hopefully, Nkape, now that he's back, hopefully he can kick on. But we need to see. We haven't seen anything from Nkape yet, so it's a little bit, you know what I mean, all over the place. And Martinelli, as much as he's doing okay at the moment, he's not been a player in recent times that's been able to consistently perform. Let's just keep it honest. He hasn't been a consistent performer.
Keep it on the real. Yeah.
Sure. So we got our own thing. Listen, we just need to keep doing what we do and capitalize that we did this weekend. But how many performances can we say this season that we've seen like the Atleti performance? Yeah, how many performances like that? I can't name another performance that we had that was like that.
Not that I'm not trying to give any excuses here, but again, I mean, you're a footballing man. You know what it is. We've been playing in the internet. Most of our players have been playing in the internationals. This start. That is own mental strain on these players. I mean, that's why you're not going to see 100% or even 90 or 80% performances by these players. Most of them are completely banged out, from what, their escapades in the summer, what they're doing in the internationals. It kind of like just drains, your mentality. So there's no way you can say that, okay, Arsenal's performances should be totally spot on. What really matters is that we're winning, we're getting this 3 points, and we're keeping the pressure on all these people. We're 3 points ahead of Man City. It's a good place to go. And again, I have no doubt going down to the Etihad and spanking them down there. We've done it, and it can still happen. Look at Liverpool; they're moving mad. Tell me that Spurs is going to challenge us. Tell me that this Chelsea team is going to find the cojones to actually come and step up to us and try to derail our season. See, but I'm not sad. One thing you're trying, you're not factoring into all this points here is that we've played 3 of the teams that actually derailed our season last season, yeah, and this season we've punished them this season, yeah, we are the punishers. this season, and we've done them dirty this season. At Newcastle last season, drop points down there. We've gone there 3 times in 4 games, yeah, and we've dropped points in Northumberland, yeah. So we went down there, spat them up. Good. No one is giving us the prop that we deserve for doing that. But they took away points from us. They derailed our season last season, yeah, and we smacked them up this season. Good. Throw that away. If you don't believe in that, no problem. West Ham took away points from us. They're a boogie team, yeah, to our title chase for like 2 seasons in a row. See, not side. They came down to the Emirates, we beat them up. Good. If that doesn't mean anything to you, no problem. Look no further. Fulham have actually derailed our season many times. Yeah. They come down, we went down to Craven Cottage, we won against them. I mean, these things must count for something. Not side. There's a certain
No, they
difference.
They
We've
do.
not
But
clicked together
they
this season,
do.
but we're
Tony,
putting up this win.
overall, no, of course they do. Of course they do. When you go into grounds where you've dropped points in the previous season and you pick up points there, of course it does. But we're at a point now this season that's all great, and I'm happy that we beat Fulham and we beat Newcastle and teams like that we dropped points last season. The overall point is we're now at a point where we just need to get over the line. We just because it's the season that we need to deliver. That's great, but at the same time, we just need to get over the line. And listen, you know, I want to be proven wrong. I want this club to win this season. I need it more than any other season. I really want us to win a major honor. You know what I mean? So there's only so much praise you can give a team that has spent the amount of money we had and had the longevity in their project of 6 years. As much as I can say, well done, I'm like, yo, move to the next game, move to the next game. I'm happy that we beat Atleti. I was wrong. I didn't think we were going to beat Atleti. I'm glad that we did. Continue to keep proving us wrong. That's what I want this team to keep doing. Continue to keep proving us wrong and continue to improve the performances. The problem is we've had seasons like this before under this manager where we start the season well. We've had seasons where we start the season well. We start the season strong. We win. We're picking up points. We're up there. You know what I'm saying? Been top of the league. Can we maintain it? It's always going to be the question until we do it because we have failed to get over the line. And that is the only thing. You know what I mean? I'm happy with a lot of things, but I want to see consistency, and I want to see that we have, like Deji said, the cojones that when it comes to May, boom, we get over the line. We can say, yo, that win against Fulham, that win against Newcastle, that win against West Ham, and all these other teams
counts for something.
Counts for something. We actually went on to win the league, and that's the point that we're at. And I think sometimes some Arsenal fans, they're like, yo, why are we not getting our praise? Why are we not? The problem is, what's the point of, you can praise individual games, but at the same time, when you've seen the story so many times, it's what is it leading to? Because you look back last year and you look at back when we beat Man City, when we beat Real Madrid, those were big wins. But what did it lead to? End of the season, trophyless. So that's all I'm saying. I want, at the end of the day, it's got to count for something. And now it's at a point where I can praise, but I can't overpraise. It's like, okay, that's great. Move on to the next game. Move on to the next game. And that's how you move like champions. You win a game, you're happy, cool. Move to the next one. Cool. Move to the next one. Another 3 points. Because you have to continue this to the end of the season. There's no point starting all of this. And then we get into March. Do you know what I'm saying? Or May. And all of a sudden we start dropping off. And then we start looking back, reflecting back on the whole season, saying, oh, well, you guys told me I was in the mud in this game. And what have we got? We've bottled every competition. I don't think we're strong enough to win 2 majors, but I do think we're strong enough to win a major this season. And bringing me, and I've said, look, just bring me a major. You don't necessarily have to bring me 2. I would welcome 2, of course, but win me a major, bro. If this
not
manager,
a treble.
Listen, Tony, if this manager wins the Champions League, he's a club legend. He's a club legend, regardless of what I've said about him. If he wins the Champions League, automatically, he is a club legend because we've never won it. If he wins a major honor, he then, for me, gets himself another 2 years because you won a major honor now. I'll give you another 2 years, in my opinion. Now go on and win it again. So
not that with this current team right now. Which teams in Europe do you think can do a job on us apart from Bayern Munich and PSG right now?
What, in the Champions League?
Yeah, with the way we're moving right now, with this team right now that we have right now. Who in
Oh, you
Europe
got
apart
Barcelona.
from
You got
Bayern
Barcelona.
Munich?
You got
That's really
Barcelona.
Barcelona. Really, they can't
Hmm?
defend. They can't defend. They can't defend. They've considered goals in the Champions League. They've actually probably drawn or lost a game in the Champions League, bro.
Yeah, but when you got Rafinha and you got Yamal and you got Lewandowski, you're always going to be a threat going forward. Do you know what I mean? You're always going to be a threat. So they're definitely up there. But
Bradley,
obviously,
Real Madrid, really, really, are we doing this? Seriously, really, are we doing this?
Real Madrid ain't looking amazing at the moment, but they are Real Madrid. I've seen them win Champions Leagues when they haven't looked their best. So that's always a team you can't fully write off just because of their heritage. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, do you remember when they won the Champions League and they didn't even have a striker? They were playing like Rodrigo up front.
Yeah,
you know
Rodrigo up front.
Yeah. So you can't really
not just Rodrigo. They were even put in Vinicius Jr. up front at the time. Most of the time.
Do you know what I mean? So that's not really a team. You know what I mean? As much as I've seen them not look convincing and still do stuff. So that's not a team I'm gonna write off. But yeah, man.
Crystal Palace in the weekend, man. What do you think?
It's gonna be a tough game, man. That's gonna be a tough game. That's gonna be a tough game. I can't lie. That's another test. That's another big test.
Big test. I mean, big one.
Because they're defensively, they're really good and they can hit you on the counter and they've got players that can hurt you. Do you know what I mean? So it's one of them ones, man. Yeah, but at the end of the day, we've got good momentum at the moment behind us, and I want us to take that momentum. Do you know what I mean? If we put a performance, if we take the game to them like we took to Atleti, I don't see why we can't score some goals and win that game. And I like the fact that the Atleti game, we didn't rely on set pieces. We played some good open play goals. The Skelly goal. Do you know what I'm saying? And goals like that. So hopefully we can blend the two. But look, we need to sort out that left-hand side, in my opinion. We need someone to lock that down. Hopefully we see Henkape and we can see what he does. Skelly at the moment, defensively, is looking shaky. But that's why I'd like to play him in the 8. I'd like to play him in the 8 because that run that he made in the middle of the middle of the park, that reminded me of kind of like Xhaka when you just say go and attack and do what you want to do. And I'd rather play him in the 8 if I can. But
you know the manager won't do it, right? You know the manager won't do it.
Nah, he's not going to do it.
Man. He's not going to do it. You know,
he loves that Rice and he loves the Rice and Zubi. You know what I mean? But really and truly, Rice is more effective these days on set pieces, not in open play.
Not in open play, exactly.
Not open play.
Man.
Yeah, I mean, I think the first season we got Rice, we were spamming crosses in the box and he was getting a couple of headers and a couple of goals like that. Now it's more on set pieces. So, and Zubimendi hasn't been amazing. So I'd rather just put Rice in the 6 and play Skelly there. He can do the defensive duty.
Then where will you put Zubimendi then? If he doesn't play
Zubimendi, for me, he can hold bench. I haven't been fully impressed with Zubimendi.
Bench.
Yeah, I put him on the bench. I don't think defensively he's been that great this season. I really don't. When you look at him defensively, watch him against. He's going to start against Palace. Watch him defensively. He's always.
But don't throw away that this is his first season. It's his first season.
I know. But we need to win. We got to be ruthless, bro. we need to win, bro. This is the problem. We ain't got time to wait. You know what I mean? We haven't got time to be like, oh, okay, well, you know, he's had a lot of games. He started most games with them. Do you know what I mean? So,
but down that left-hand side, because, of course, Mikel Arteta using Leandro Trossard in that Fulham game and now dropped him to the bench instead of using started Martinelli in this Atletico game. We have a very hard game against Crystal Palace, Like, what will be the best winger to use down that left-hand side in that game? Trossard is fully rested. I like him coming off the bench to actually do his thing. Martinelli also, I actually like him coming off the bench to actually run at, tired legs most of the time. So it's still a 50-50 thing to me. But who would you use against Crystal Palace in the first half?
No, I think, look, I have no problem going with Martinelli based on his performance against Atleti. He's the player that's in form. I know I'd rather play. I'd probably start him just because he's in form. I know Trossard got a goal against Fulham, but his overall performance wasn't that great. Martinelli's performance against Atleti was a lot better. I know he's not going to move Saka to the left and then play Ethan on the right. He's not going to do that. So there's no even point of me saying that because the manager doesn't want to do that. Just like playing Skelly in the 8. I think these are things that can add something to the way that we play, but I don't think the manager wants to do that. So just you can start Martinelli. Hopefully Martinelli can show that he can hold down that left-hand side. If he plays the way he plays against Atleti, I have no problem. I think he started off that game energetic, started off the game really, really well, made a lot of great runs. It's taken on the fullback. I haven't seen Martinelli do that for a while. So listen, if he continues with the form, I don't have no problem. If a player's playing well, then cool, play. But if not, then make the change early. That's what I want to see from the man. Make the change early if it's not working. Wait to the 80th minute, 75th minute, and then make a change. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's one of them ones, man. I guess he's going to go with Gyökeres. I still think our overall play needs to improve in terms of the way that we feed Gyökeres opportunities. We're getting him involved in set pieces, which is good. At least we're getting him involved in something. So I'm happy about that because that's how he's getting his goals at the moment. But at the same time, yeah, man, let's just continue doing what we're doing and hopefully we'll continue with the right lineup, man. Stop. I don't want the manager to over tinker because let's be real. I know you're talking about us picking up the points. We picked up points against Fulham and West Ham. Performances wasn't that great. Up against better opposition, those games look different. You know what I mean? And performances do matter. Everyone's been talking about Liverpool's performances catching up with them. We need to up our performances so we can continue picking up the points. But as it currently stands, let's just go to Crystal Palace, do what we need to do, forget about everyone else, just focus on our job, get it over the line. Palace ain't gonna be an easy game. Mateta's gonna be up for it, bro. All their players are gonna be up for it. You know what I mean? So,
but again, do you think they're gonna rest players? Because that's another thing. I mean, they're playing in the Conference League, so of course, most of their players are gonna be tired after that grueling matchup they will be having in the Conference League. So it could be possible that they could also rest some certain kind of players in our matchup too. So I don't know. I'm not sure about that. But of course, they'll be tired when they come back after that matchup in the Conference League. So it's 50-50.
I don't know, man. They're 8th so far in the league table. I think they're gonna try and go for it, man. I think they're gonna try and go for it because the Conference League, no, all due respect, they don't need to play their strongest team. Do you know what I mean? They don't need to, you know what I mean? It's the conference. So I know they got to rotate their squad and stuff like that. I reckon they'll go strong, bro. You know what I mean? And then in the conference, like I know they got the conference, but they can play a bit of a weakened team, bro. Like, do you know what I mean? Or take off players early. You know what I mean? Like the team that they're playing, I never even heard of them. AEK, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? They're gonna slap them up early, yeah, and then take the players.
They're gonna slap them up. I mean, the confidence you have in Crystal Palace, man, it must be studied, bro.
This AEK La Marca, bro. They're gonna slap them up early and then they'll rotate, bro. Everyone's gonna come off early to be fresh for Sunday, bro. That's what they're gonna do. So I think they're gonna go strong against us, bro. They don't need to go fully strong in the conference. If it's Europa, a little bit more trickier now. Now you need a little bit, you know what I mean? You have to play a bit of a stronger team. In the conference, nah, bro, they don't have to go all out. You know what I mean? They don't have to play with their players.
Yeah, sure, man.
You know what I mean? But then straight after us, they got Liverpool in the Carabao. So they got a couple of big games back to back. We'll see how that goes, man. But yeah, man. Big up Tony, man. Listen, we're gonna wrap up.
Big ups.
Tony, shout out your channel, bro, where people can find you.
Yeah. Big ups, people. I mean, another entertaining show today. I mean, you know what? Yeah, Brian, not side. You just keep, arranging these amazing shows, even if it's at odd times, but I still show up. I mean, I'm 2 hours ahead of you, and that should tell you the kind of respect I have for you, my brother, man. Staying up late and still getting the show done. It's I mean, people, big ups to this man, this brother, Brian Northside. I mean, people, this brother has been through a lot, people. And this is why I'm also happy with Brian Northside, He has actually shown you guys through the journey he has been in for the past 3, 4 months, 5 months, and for him to sit down here and give you guys, the shows and a journey into his reality. I mean, people, you just have to give it up for him. big up to you, Northside. Thanks for everything you do for me as a brother. I mean, you've been there than, 70% of YouTubers I've actually worked with. You've, really been there for me. I really, really, really do appreciate that. And people, yeah, I just run a very simple channel, Tony Club Gunner TV. Just come show me some love down there, subscribe to my channel, and help my channel out, people. Help me get out there, people, yeah. And big up to you, Northside, man. Respect all the time, brother.
Nah, big up, man. Make sure you're subscribing to Tony Claude, and big up to everyone that's locked in. Make sure you subscribe to Deji as well. And yeah, man, love. We're out. We're gonna redirect to Lead Northside Raid on the way in. Love.